Hello, welcome to the Biscuiterie. I'm Milan and today I'm going to show you how to make a very simple chocolate and hazelnut cheesecake. For the base, you're going to need 150 grams of chocolate digestive biscuits, 50 grams of roasted hazelnut. I've just roasted them in the oven for about 5 minutes, that's why they don't have the skin anymore, and 55 grams of butter. And for the filling, you're going to need 170 grams of chocolate, 120 grams of sugar, 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder, 150 milliliters of double cream, 250 grams of cream cheese at room temperature. And here I have some praline, about 3 tablespoons. It's just hazelnut and sugar together. I have a recipe on my blog. I put the link down below. To make the base, I'm going to start by melting my butter in the microwave, and then I'm going to crush these together in my food processor. So I've just pulsed the hazelnut and biscuit mixture together. So to see the texture, there's still bits of hazelnut in it and bits of chocolate as well, but that's what we want. We want a bit of texture, so when you bite into it, there's a bit of crunch. So now we're just going to put it back in the food processor with the butter in until it makes a paste. As you can see, now the butter has been mixed in and it's a sort of wet sand consistency. It's perfect. So now I'm going to just transfer it to my tin. And I'm going to press it down. Now I'm going to add my sugar to my cream cheese, so it's going to soften the cream cheese and the sugar is all going to dissolve before we actually make the mixture. You need to stir that in, and you're going to realize that it's going to just dissolve really quickly and the cream cheese is going to soften a lot. So I'm just going to leave it like that for a couple of minutes until my chocolate's melted. So that's the next step. I'm going to melt the chocolate in the microwave. My chocolate is now nice and melted. I'm going to leave it on the side to cool down for a bit. Meanwhile, I just give the cream cheese and sugar another stir. So as you can see, the sugar has started to dissolve and it's not the same consistency anymore. Now, onto the cream. Take my double cream, transfer it to a bigger bowl. And I'm just gonna whip that until very soft peaks. I've just finished to whip the cream, so as you can see, it's not very stiff, it's just soft peaks. You don't want it any stiffer than that. Now we're going to add the melted chocolate to the cream. Make sure the chocolate isn't too warm. And now I'm going to gently fold it in. So here you have the cream cheese and sugar. They're really soft now. We're going to add that to the cream and chocolate mixture and stir that in. That's it. Now I'm going to take my cocoa powder and I'm going to add about a tablespoon of water to it to make a paste, so it's easier to incorporate in the cheesecake. So the cocoa powder is going to really bring a chocolate flavour to the cheesecake, really strong. For the chocolate I used that I melted, it was a mix of milk and dark chocolate, so the cocoa powder is really gonna make it really chocolatey. Now I'm going to add the praline to the cocoa powder and stir it in. So the praline can be a bit stiff sometimes, so instead of putting it straight in the cheesecake mixture, adding into the cocoa powder is going to loosen it up a little bit, and it's going to be a lot easier to mix it in. You don't have to add the praline in it if you want to just have a plain chocolate cheesecake, but it really brings a really lovely flavour to it. So now we're going to add the cocoa and the praline to the cheesecake mixture. We're ready to take the base back from the freezer and just spread that on top. Here we are. Look how smooth that is. And now you're just going to even it out nicely. It doesn't have to be perfect. Don't waste any. That's it. So now you're going to need to put that in the freezer. Overnight is better, but at least 4 hours. And I'm going to take it to the next level and just pour a nice chocolate ganache on top, so it's going to be nice and smooth on top. But you can just leave it as it is like that. It's really delicious. So I'm going to add something extra to the cheesecake. You don't have to do it, but I'm going to make a ganache. So this is cream that I've just boiled, but it must be not bubbly when you pour it on the chocolate, just like that. It's just like regular cream. And I'm going to just pour it on. So the reason why you don't want it bubbling hot is that it's going to split the chocolate and your end result is going to be not going to be completely smooth. So I'm just going to leave it there for a few seconds and then whisk it. Now I'm going to whisk it. And I forgot to say, but it's 150 grams of chocolate and the same amount of cream. So it's coming together slowly. Just make sure you get all of the sides. So you can see there's still some bits of chocolate that aren't quite melted. They will melt. It's just need a bit of time. And here we are. So the ganache is nice and mirror-like almost. You can almost see yourself in it. I can. So it's quite hot at the moment, But because the cheesecake has been in the freezer for a while, only about an hour, but it's still starting to set. So when I pour this, it's a little bit warm, but it's not going to completely melt the cheesecake. So let's do it. I'm going to evenly pour it on. So I've done this especially to have a nice glossy finish to the cheesecake, really. And here we are. Now I might do a little bit of decoration tomorrow before serving. So I'm going to leave it overnight in the freezer and take it out about an hour before eating. It's the next day. I've taken the cheesecake out of the freezer about 5 minutes ago, so it has time to thaw a little bit, so it's easier to get out of the tin. And I've also chopped some hazelnuts for decoration. So I'm gonna just loosen the tin. Sometimes one side comes out better than the other. Just run a spatula. There we are. And here you could see all the layers, so 3 layers. It's always really smart to have another layer on top because it makes it nice and smooth on the top. And now I'm just gonna take it out of the bottom. It should come off quite easily because the base is with butter in, so. And now for the decoration, I'm just gonna put the hazelnuts on one side. And obviously as the ganache on top gets warmer, it's going to get stickier, so the hazelnuts are going to stick to it. And here we are. So really easy chocolate cheesecake. I hope you like the recipe. I'm not going to try a bit because I'm saving it for something. So I hope you enjoyed the recipe. Try and give it a go. It's really easy and really delicious. But a tiny little slice is enough because it's very, very rich. So you can follow us on all social media and check out our website for the full recipe. Bye!